You probably know the underlying feeling of being uncomfortable. You know, a problem comes up in life and we seem to being turned down just at our basis. There's this underlying feeling that something is wrong and we got to comply with the solution. You know, it causes a stress that we should not have to experience. We previously been speaking about the difference of thought and awareness. While thought is something that biochemically goes through our brains, some of them of course concern us and we can use it to navigate life, but at the same time, the consciousness that makes us aware of these thoughts is something completely different. It's independent of what you think. And when you experience it, using this method of asking yourself, am I aware now? You intuitively hold still, you feel the awareness, and you answer, yes, I am aware now. When you feel that awareness, when you feel that consciousness that can observe your own thought, you can actually leave your body for that moment, for that time being. Actually, you not only can, but you do anyway. It's only that you only notice after a while of practice. And when you do, you experience that awareness is actually everywhere at the same time. That, my friends, is very hard to comprehend. It doesn't fit this little mind. It doesn't fit into the thoughts, namely because consciousness is formless, timeless. You can't touch it. And at the same time, it's everywhere. We are just the receiver of it. We are receiving it. You know, for a long time, I used to ask myself, even as a child, you know, they told us the story of God. They told us the story of how God is in the world, and that even he is limiting. You know, it might as well be she or she. You know, but that God is in everything and through everything, and I thought as a child, I thought, yes, me? Where is it? How can I get in touch with it? And then, of course, that story came in between, and I was questioning the story, and then I found it difficult to believe, and then I referred to science, like we all did, in a way. You know, even the believers, even the ones that go to church regularly are relying on what science delivers for us. In my previous session, I already said to you that the science that we are paying for, that we are putting out billions to make impossible, to let, you know, people like us adults research into the unknown, that what they find, of course, we get to use it by using a computer, that's quantum science. Using a mobile phone, everybody's got one, that's quantum science. But the understanding of the results, the understanding of quantum science is for most of us remote. We don't even get to hear it. They don't even try to communicate it to us. And you know why? Because it has got so little to do with the society we live in. We consume things. We eat and drink and dress and house and drive, and that's what we foremostly need. We need to satisfy the needs of our bodies, and that is what we are preoccupied with. While what reality is, who cares? Who cares really? We don't need to know that matter, according to the amount of space it contains, and that tiny little bit of a sliver of electromagnetic vibration that makes us experience it as being solid, we don't need to know that. They think. But we are getting to know it now. Times are changing. These secrets formerly kept in sacred books, hidden from the public, it all comes out into the open now. We all are partaking in it. And thus, we are changing ourselves and changing the world. And now, to get back to this odd feeling that we have from time to time when we see there are problems to be solved, and we dread them a little bit, and we carry that feeling with us, and we procrastinate in producing a solution and so on. That's all because we think we are responsible. I mean, let's put it briefly into perspective. What we are as an I is a conglomeration of hundreds of billions of cells, all working intelligently, joining in with one another, telling us when we're hungry, telling us when we're thirsty, telling us where to go, and so on and so forth, and when to breathe in and when to breathe out. While that I that is confined to this body thinks that it is in charge. It has to solve all the problems of the world all by itself. But it's not. Calm down. We are just participants in a gigantic enterprise where the consciousness, that formless substance that is producing the world into the present existence, is doing it all. And we as an I, the only real obligation we have is to enjoy observing it while it happens. I mean, of course, I'm a very practical guy. I love doing things. I love taking things apart and putting them back together, and you know, I'm traveling in a caravan, you know, constant maintenance. But that is what it is. We are just participating, observing while it all happens, and that's where the enjoyment is. And to add a last word, we are here to enjoy if we stay in contact with that is breathing in and breathing out. You are not doing it yourself. I mean, don't get it wrong. You're not doing it yourself. Try to stop it, and you soon realize what gigantic force is behind your breath. And the more you feel it, and the more you appreciate it, the closer you are to where you ought to be. Life is a wonderful journey. It's a gift. Be inspired. Take it on board. Love it. Be yourself. Enjoy the trip. And now I'm going to show you where I am. I actually am getting up out of my chair and showing you around, because I'm on top of the hill in Coonabarabran, near the Warrumbungles, a volcanic area that has been 30 million years old. And I just love the scenery. Okay, I'll show you around. That's Coonabarabran down there in the valley. A kind of ordinary Australian town in a vast stretch of land. And over there, you see the Warrumbungles. When you hike in them, you take a step back in time. Over here, we have the Pilliga Forest, the greatest dryland forest to cover 1 million wild acres. This is what I looked at just before I entered the caravan to edit this video. Look how glorious it is. And it's not out there, it's within us.